Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And once again, this is the 1-day chart. We're sitting here just above 61 cents. Most of you woke up today to XRP above 60 cents. But now everybody's wondering what happens next. Are we going to continue upward from here? So I see a lot of people saying two different things. A lot of people are saying that we're going to continue pumping into October 7th when we find out whether or not the SEC is going to appeal the judge's decision. People are saying expect a dump on that day. Other people are saying no, that we're going to continue pumping from now until the end of the year. But nobody really knows for sure because nobody could call this market 100%. XRP targets 75 cents and $1 as key resistance levels weaken. So they're saying that because we bounced off of these resistance levels so many times that now we're going to continue to break through the resistance levels, finally achieving $1 plus. Now, the real excitement is going to happen at $1. That's when we are going to see the most FOMO happen for XRP. It's the same reason I kept pointing out while we were still sitting around 50 cents, these Bitcoin maxis saying that even though they're not a fan of XRP, they have to have it in their portfolio because they know what XRP's potential is. We could see an epic run during this alt season. Nothing's holding us back. We're never going to see XRP be deemed a security ever again. And if you look at 2021, XRP was already removed off of a lot of exchanges during the run of 2021, and we still achieved $1.92. Think about that. XRP has been relisted back on those exchanges since then. So nothing is holding us back. That's why I'm expecting a massive run-up for XRP. And most of the people that do the charts are saying $100 is conservative now. They're expecting much higher price points for XRP during alt season. Expert explains why an XRP price of $1,000 is not a fantasy. You know, all of a sudden, a 4-digit XRP is now the narrative on X, because of the exchanges, retail investors also talking about $1,000 XRP. And even people ask me, you know, is it possible? So I'm going to give you my idea on why we can achieve 4 digits for XRP. Now, this article, they're talking about Ripple stealing 10% of Swift's daily volume. They go on to also talk about scarcity at some point in the future, massive liquidity pulls, things like that. But I'm going to show you the facts on what's happening with Swift and what else we need to get there. So let's start with this from Smoke. Yes, Ripple stands to benefit significantly from additional regulation. You know what I noticed? A lot of people on X always say, we don't need regulations for crypto. Crypto's doing just fine without regulations. The only people that would ever say that are people holding sketchy cryptocurrencies, because regulations are going to bring mass adoption to crypto. That's the only path for crypto to gain mass adoption all around the world. Ripple's technology is specifically designed to help banks meet their regulatory obligations, positioning it as a key player in the space and well prepared for growth as crypto regulations are implemented. So think about it like this. First, we get regulations, then we get institutional adoption. Then the institutions start pushing crypto to the masses. They could do it through merchants accepting crypto. All of a sudden, there's incentives for these merchants to start accepting crypto as payment. That will happen with institutional adoption. In contrast, Tether's future looks less promising. Upcoming regulations will likely put indirect pressure on Tether, as its attractiveness would diminish relative to stablecoins that offer more transparency and stronger compliance. Simply put, Ripple's technology is poised for wider adoption within the financial system, while Tether's presence will decline with the introduction of new digital asset regulations. As we start going forward with regulations, and we know Tether can't pass those regulations, anything that can pass those regulations will be introduced to the banks. It'll be introduced to big financial institutions. It'll be introduced to Wall Street. That's how you get adoption, through regulations. MiCA regulation specifically covers utility tokens, and XRP is classified as a utility token. This is well documented. With the bulk of MiCA set to be implemented by December 2024, the crypto industry is well positioned for a long period of stable and sustainable growth. The introduction of these regulations will lead to an increase of market cap of regulatory compliant tokens. So think about it like this. The market cap grows around XRP because of regulations. Now, I always said market cap doesn't matter in crypto. Utility matters in crypto. But what MiCA is going to do is it's going to give better clarity for utility-driven cryptocurrencies. Other crypto assets like Bitcoin will become irrelevant because once you have regulations, the banks will warm up to these utility-driven cryptocurrencies. They will push away from speculation like Bitcoin. And I think XRP will steal some of Bitcoin's market cap because of that. And even Swift says that regulations are important. We're paving the way towards real-world solutions that will enable our members to transact interchangeably with regulated digital assets and currencies on the Swift network. So Swift even says that they're willing to work with regulated digital assets and currencies. That's the path forward for XRP. It's also the path forward for Ripple's new RLUSD token as well. Now, Ripple's partnership with Swift technology providers like Finastra grants it access to all 11,000 members of the Swift network. This strategy effectively positions Ripple for success in the cross-border payments market. By collaborating with the majority of the tech providers in Swift's network, Ripple can deploy XRP through third-party partnerships for fast, efficient transactions. It's not a competition. Swift has evolved into a platform that offers new services alongside a broad range of blockchain-enabled partners. With this approach, Ripple and Swift don't need a direct partnership for XRP to be utilized by Swift's 11,000 members. So whenever somebody says that Ripple needs to steal 10% of Swift's business for us to get to 4 digits, Ripple plans on working with all 11,000 members that Swift has. XRP can be utilized by those members without even being partnered with Ripple. It could be a partner of Ripple introducing RippleNet and XRP. It could be a partner of Ripple opening up rails for these other 11,000 members of Swift. as far as remittances, things like that. So when we talk about Ripple stealing 10%, I think XRP is already going to be utilized by most of those 11,000 members already. And then you start to look at BRICS, and BRICS doesn't want to use SWIFT at all. I still think BRICS is going to utilize RippleNet and XRP. It makes sense to use XRP as a bridge currency, like a trust layer in between two countries. So when people ask me, is it possible for XRP to reach 4 digits? Absolutely. But when is it going to happen? That's the biggest question that people have. SWIFT and Ripple could easily exist in the same space, even with SWIFT making use of Ripple's use of DLT. And they're going to exist side by side. They're going to work together because that's the smart path forward for SWIFT. Plus, it also gets Ripple in the doors at a lot of banks at the same time. So a time frame. That's what everybody's going to ask me for in the comment section. I already know it. So first we get regulations. Most likely those will be put in place here in the United States by the end of this year. We're definitely getting stablecoin regulations in the short term. But if it doesn't happen by the end of the year, you could expect it early 2025, ahead of ISO. Same thing's going to happen in a lot of other countries. And then we're going to be on the path to mass adoption. So when will XRP achieve 4 digits? If I had to put a time frame on it, I would say it happens sometime end of 2025 going into 2026. Now along the way, we're still going to hit some decent price points. Most likely we will see 3 digits early 2025 if everything goes the way it's going right now. A lot of big things are happening. Ripple's new stablecoin going live. Then you got to look at tokenized assets. That's also going to happen through regulations. And XRP is going to be moving those tokenized assets. And that could be a very massive amount of value. Value in the trillions as far as real world assets. But there's so many paths to get us there. But it all starts with regulations. So if you could stay patient enough until regulations are in place, you will definitely make a lot of money on XRP. That's the way I look at it. That's my honest opinion. And I don't think it's fantasy anymore. If we were to go back to 2020 or 2021, I would be telling you most likely this is not going to happen until 2028. But a lot has happened since then. A lot of rails. I pointed out all these rails that Ripple set up, that the partners of Ripple set up. It makes sense for somewhat of a flip of the switch moment to happen at some point where XRP goes live on all those rails. And I think it's only a matter of time until XRP goes live over SWIFT, because a liquidity crisis is most likely going to happen along the way. We know the banks are going to continue to get consolidated as well. And a lot of these big banks like JP Morgan, look at, they partnered with Neum. I think that partnership took place because Neum uses RippleNet and XRP. And JP Morgan wanted to get the upper hand on the competition. BNY Mellon is most likely also going to utilize RippleNet and XRP. And they're most likely going to do it through a Ripple partner is what I'm saying. So we got to pay attention to the partners of Ripple that use the RippleNet technology and XRP as well. But until it happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. And I honestly hope I didn't complicate things in this video. Hopefully, I explained it the way I needed to explain it, because I'm pointing out the facts on what has to happen next. Have a great night.